Hey algebra students, we're going to take a look at FOILing. We want to multiply each piece by each piece here, so 2k times 3k. You should know that that is 6k squared. We've got two factors of k there. And 2 times the negative 5 is going to give us that minus 10k. Looking at the other warm-up, we're simplifying here, so that's about identifying like terms. And a reminder that like terms have the same letters, same variables to the same power. So our like terms here are the minus 80a and the minus 6a. So we have 24a squared minus 86a plus 20. And that is all the further that can be simplified because there are no more like terms. So we're looking at that acronym of FOIL. Now, FOIL is just for binomial times binomial, and it's just a reminder that we're supposed to multiply the first terms by first term, the outer terms, the inner terms, and the last terms. But the really important thing is that you're multiplying each piece of whatever polynomial you have times each piece of the other polynomial. So your steps: multiply the first terms, multiply the outer terms, multiply the inner terms, multiply the last terms, combine your like terms, and then please put the terms in descending order. So we have our example there, and we want to multiply our first terms, so that's our x times x. That's going to give us x squared. Our outer terms, that's x times 5, which is going to give us 5x. Our inner terms, 4 times x, that's 4x. And our last terms, and 4 times 5 gives us 20. Then we take the step to combine our like terms, and we have like terms of 5x and 4x. So that gives us x squared plus 9x plus 20. So we've got just a little bit about vocabulary here, that the x squared is the quadratic term because it has a degree of 2. And we've got a little note down here for you on where that comes from. Quadri is the Latin for square, and so you have that squared, and so that is called a quadratic term. It's x squared. 9x is the linear term because it has a degree of 1, and we know that when we have like that x plus 5, that's that y equals mx plus b. That's from our linear equation. And then 20 is the constant term because it has a degree of 0, and constant terms, their value does not change because they are just numbers. They are constantly whatever number they are. So we're going to practice some binomial times binomial here, and so we're going to take our first terms and multiply them, and we've got x times x, giving us x squared. Outer terms, 4x. Inner terms, watch the sign there, that's negative 6x. And last terms, negative 24. Then we want to make sure to combine the like terms. We have like terms to combine. It gives us x squared minus 2x. Again, watch the sign there. And minus 24. All right, for this one, go through and hopefully following FOIL and getting to the right conclusion. We'll check that. And so you're multiplying your first terms. 2a times 4a is 8a squared. Then you've got your outer terms, and that's going to give us plus 14a. Inner terms, negative 12a. And last term, negative 21. Again, don't forget, you've got like terms to combine. So you end up with an 8a squared plus 2a minus 21. And taking a look at our last example here, we have more than just a binomial times a binomial. But again, the idea is that you're just multiplying every piece by every piece. And this is all multiplication. So I want you to think about this as, like, if you had the numbers 4 times, and let's say this whole worth was like 7, and then this whole thing was 6, you're just multiplying those 3 pieces together. It's just that this, value is 2 pieces, and this value is 2 pieces, but you're just multiplying everything together there. So let's take a look. The first thing here is we want to multiply our 2 factors together first. So we're going to multiply our first 2 factors together. So that gives me 2y squared minus 3y. So now I have my first 2 factors multiplied. And so then I have binomial times binomial, and I can just follow what we've been doing with FOIL all along. So I can do first terms here, 2y squared times y, and that's going to give me 2y to the third. Outer terms, and so that's going to give me plus 12y squared. Inner terms, and that's going to give me minus 3y squared. And the last terms gives me negative 18y. Now remember that I want to look for like terms, and I do have like terms there to combine. So descending order, 2y to the third. This is going to give me my like terms. 12 and negative 3 is going to give me 9y squared minus 18y. And that is all the like terms I have, so that is it. Remember to take any questions you have and ask about them in class, please.